Welcome back to the channel of ChemPacific. In this video, I'm going to discuss with you metathesis reactions from the chapter Organometallics. Now, before we get started, if you're new to our channel and if you want to explore more, consider subscribing ChemPacific, and also if you like your video, to press the like button. Now, let's get started. Now, see, this reaction, metathesis reaction, is a very small part, but sometimes in exams, this type of topic actually gets associated with some significant important topics like oxidative addition, reductive eliminations, and therefore in that time, if you don't know this, you might face a problem. That's what I would love to discuss this topic in detail in this video with you all. Now see, let's get started. Now metathesis reaction over here, you can say that it is the displacement reaction assisted by the formation of another complex. Now, if I want to explain you in a very simple form, that is the double displacement reactions, or else you can also say that this is the exchange of partners. ठीक है, वेरी सिंपल वे में अगर आप जानते हो द फर्स्ट रिएक्शन हम केमिस्ट्री में क्या पढ़ाई किए थे, आई होप यू मस्ट ऑल एग्री विथ मी, दैट इज द एसिड रिएक्ट्स विद बेस रिजल्टिंग सॉल्ट एंड वाटर. ठीक है, दिस इज द फर्स्ट रिएक्शन दैट वी स्टडीड in chemistry when acids reacts with base, it results in a formation of salt and water. Like when acid, this is HCl, when it is reacting with a base, it results in the formation of salt and water. See students, this is so interesting. Now you can also see this is nothing but very simply this is a metathesis reaction, because over here the partners are getting exchanged. You see, this Na is actually now getting bonded with Cl, and this H is getting bonded with OH, resulting in the formation of water. So you can also say that over here what is happening, that exchange of partner is taking place. This is nothing but an example of a metathesis reaction. Most of the reactions are, if you see them or if you study them, you will find them, most of them are metathesis reactions. Like AB and A dash B dash, it means B and B dash, they are exchanging among themselves. Okay, so B and B dash, they exchange getting bonded, resulting in the formation of, with B and A dash will exchange among themselves, okay, and will get bonded among each other and resulting in the formation of A dash B. Okay, so very easy that both of them are getting exchanged among themselves. Similarly, you can also see that A, B dash जो है, they are now getting exchanged among themselves and they are getting bonded among themselves, resulting in the formation of A, B dash. Just like acid reacts with base, resulting in the formation of salt and water, that is the metathesis reaction, or in simple word, that is the exchange of the partners. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे मैंने एक example आप लोगों के लिए लिया है, like this. ठीक है, when this reacts with AgBr, again you see these two are now exchanging among themselves and getting bonded with each other, resulting in the formation of metathesis. This is an example of metathesis reaction. Very simple. ठीक है, तो just exchange of the partners. ठीक है, now this section is now with this combining with this, and now see, these both partners are getting exchanged and resulting in the formation of the metathesis reaction. So this is a very simple example of metathesis reactions. ठीक है, now let us proceed. So over here I have already given in a note form that the base Br minus displaces I minus, and the extraction is assisted by the formation of the soluble AgI. ठीक है, now what do you mean by the alkyl metathesis? Now this alkyl metathesis reactions, they are catalyzed by the homogeneous organometallic complexes that allow the considerable control over product distribution. Now the key step of this is the dissociation of the ligand फ्रॉम द मेटल सेंटर टू अलाउ द एल्किन कोऑर्डिनेशन। तो इसे और सिंप्लीफाइड वे में अगर आप करना चाहते हो तो यू विल फाइंड, अगर एल्किन मेटाथेसिस में क्या होता है, द डबल बॉन्ड्स आर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड एज इन द क्रॉस मेटाथेसिस। मतलब यहाँ पे ऑब्वियसली यू सी दिस इज द हाइड्रोजन, now this two exchange will take place, these two they are going to exchange among themselves, ठीक है, and then what will happen, it will come over here and will result in the formation of this. These two are exchanging among themselves. ठीक है, this will come over here and R2 and will result in the formation of this. This is the metathesis in alkenes. Now alkene metathesis can also proceed through a metallocyclobutane intermediate. मतलब this will come over here resulting in cyclization, resulting in a cyclic product, and after that with this formation you see it is resulting in the exchanging of the partners, because before it was this 1 and it was this 2, ठीक है, तो इसके साथ क्या था आपका M जहाँ पे था वहाँ पे you say R1 was there and now this R1 got transferred to the नेक्स्ट वन, ठीक है, नेक्स्ट एल्किन जो है जो सेकंड एल्किन है वहां पे वो ट्रांसफर्ड हो गया, ठीक है, एंड R2 जो था R2 वाज एक्चुअली एसोसिएटेड विद द सेकंड एल्किन और वो अब आ गया एल्किन नंबर 1 में ट्रांसफर, सो दे आर गेटिंग एक्सचेंज्ड अमंग देमसेल्व्स। सो दिस इज अ सिंपल एग्जांपल, इज नथिंग बट द एक्सचेंज ऑफ पार्टनर्स। Clear? Now for this metathesis reaction, because usually these reactions they are carried out in the presence of catalyst, and one of them is the Grubbs catalyst and the other is called the second generation Grubbs catalyst. So this is very important, this type of catalyst they actually do come in exam, so do study these two catalysts. Now let us proceed with some of the PYQ questions. Okay, so this is the CSIR-NET December 2012. ओके, नाउ सी यहाँ पे अगर मैंने आप लोगों के साथ मेटाथेसिस किया है, नाउ आई विल कंटिन्यू विद इंसर्शन रिएक्शन. नाउ इन दिस रिएक्शन इट इज कंबाइनिंग इंसर्शन एज वेल एज मेटाथेसिस. दैट इज व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग यू मेटाथेसिस इज अ वेरी स्मॉल सेक्शन बट normally it gets associated with other reactions, so that time it becomes a 4 marks question and that becomes very important for you to that is why it is very important for you to study metathesis reactions. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे हमने metathesis already कर लिया है. It is very simple. Acid reacts with base result in formation of the salt and water. वहाँ पे देखो exchange of partners हो रहा है, that is nothing but the metathesis reaction. अब जो हम पढ़ाई करने वाले हैं insertion reaction. Normally students के mind में यही होता है कि insertion reactions जो होते हैं वहाँ पे students सोचते हैं जो all the carbonyl insertions ही सब insertions reactions होते हैं, but this is not exactly the case. Actually all the carbonyl insertions are migratory insertions, but not all the migratory insertions are not carbonyl insertions. This is very important. ठीक है, ऐसा दिमाग में ऐसा रहता है that हाँ हम जानते हैं that insertion तो हमने पढ़ाई किया है, carbonyl insertion that is a part of the migratory insertions. So lots of other migratory insertions are there. Again, in a very simplified form, जो हमने पढ़ाई किया है, जो सबको पता है, उसके बारे में थोड़ा हम बात करते हैं. That for example, well, Mg reacts with Rs, resulting in the formation of the Grignard reagent. तो ये जो bond है, यहाँ पे जो है, this magnesium gets inserted in this bond. ठीक है, in this bond it gets migrated as well as inserted, resulting in the formation of RMgX. Now again, so therefore this is also an example of migratory insertion. तो सारे कार्बोनिल इंसर्शंस वन ऑफ द पार्ट, लेकिन उसके बाहर भी बहुत सारे इंसर्शन reactions होते हैं जो हम अभी स्टडी करेंगे. In the example number 1, you have this MX bond and this Y is now getting inserted in this bond and resulting in the formation of the inserted reaction, right? In this case, you have this MX bond and now you will find this AB will get inserted into it, resulting in the formation of the inserted reaction. Now this AB can get inserted in two different ways. Either linearly ऐसा हो सकता है or it might also get inserted like this. ठीक है, this is also very important. ठीक है, it might get bonded to the A and B remaining at the side chain. Okay, now RMgS Grignard reagent I already discussed with you. Now you have this MX This is also a very important, students. In my next video I will try to come up with some more examples with this concept. ठीक है, ये भी एक insertion reaction है which is very very important, that's what I believe. And इसके ऊपर see you have this image bond and then you have the alkene which is now getting inserted within the image bond. ठीक है, now this is also very important example of an insertion reaction. Let me solve one problem with this example. ठीक है, जब एल्किन के अंदर अगर कोई इंसर्शन होता है वो कैसे होता है वो हम देख लेते हैं. ठीक है, तो लेट मी विद दिस कंसेप्ट मैं एक माइग्रेटरी इंसर्शन का एक एग्जांपल करवाना चाहती हूँ जहां पे ये एल्किन बॉन्ड है वहां पे कैसे इंसर्टेड होता है. सो लेट अस कंसीडर वन कॉम्प्लेक्स, वन ऑक्टाहेड्रल कॉम्प्लेक्स, दिस. Okay, now this is our interest जहाँ पे मैं इंसर्शन करवाना चाहती हूँ with one migratory ligand. The migratory ligand be CH3. ठीक है, and let me take some more examples of some more different groups and let it be C2H5. ठीक है, so mainly हमारा जो है this is one alkene. In this case this is going to get inserted. Okay, now this will get inserted and we will find out that this is the migratory ligand. This is very important, students. Okay, so this is the migratory ligand. ठीक है, now this will get over here, migrated over here, and this will get inserted. So if you follow it with isotope labeling, you can clearly understand this mechanism which will result in the formation of this. So these were the initial ligands. So this is, देखो यहाँ पे कार्बोलिन इंसर्शन का कोई बात ही नहीं हो रहा है, यहाँ पे हम दूसरे इंसर्शन रिएक्शंस के एग्जांपल्स कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, now what will happen, this CH3 got migrated over here and that is why this will now result in the formation of the alkane CH2. Okay, so this is a migratory ligand now which got, so this is another example of insertion reaction. This is a migratory which got migrated over here and this group actually got inserted. So यहाँ पे alkene से alkene कैसे बन गया और वो migratory insertion हुआ है and फिर ये पोजीशन आपके वैकेंट रह जाएंगे एंड दैट विल गेट ऑक्यूपाइड बाय द C13 लिगैंड. सो आइसोटोप लेबलिंग से भी हम ये चीज कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, नाउ दिस इज ऑल्सो एन एग्जांपल व्हिच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड दिस एक्चुअली ये एप्लीकेशन होते हैं. इन माय नेक्स्ट वीडियो आई विल ट्राई टू कम आउट विद सम एग्जांपल्स विद ऑन दिस टॉपिक एंड लेट अस प्रोसीड विद दिस. तो यहाँ पे जो हमने ये लिए थे, ये नेक्स्ट जो एग्जांपल नंबर 6 है, ये नियरली द सिमिलर. This is also in the unsaturated form having containing the double bond and ये जो COO group है, इस ये जो bond है यहाँ पे this got actually inserted over here. ठीक है, and now let us consider the next example. This is this and when you have this SnCl2 got within this group. ठीक है, it got inserted over here and last but not the least the CO group. The CO group we have already done. Now you see this CO group got inserted in the, not in this metal alkyl group, in the PR group. In the case of the metal alkyl, you have, this is the metal alkyl group, it got inserted within the, this is one of the examples of so many insertions. Okay, so this is the metal alkyl group, and therefore you have the CO group which got inserted within the metal alkyl bond. ठीक है, तो ये तो हम जानते हैं, this is the carbonyl insertion, these are so many examples of this. ठीक है ना, यहाँ पे जो examples मैंने किया है, merely ये example जो है similar, इसके ही एक similar example जो एग्जाम में दिए थे, जो कि हम अभी डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. ठीक है, यहाँ पे ए बी है, अगर ये ए बी टू होता, फॉर एग्जाम्पल ए बी के बदले में अगर ये ए बी टू होता, तो ये कैसे कर सकते थे, एल एन एम डैश एक्स, अगर ये ए बी टू होता तो दिस वुड सेम, अगर मैकेनिज्म आप फॉलो कर रहे हो तो ये जो है ये यहाँ पे इंसर्टेड होके ये बी एंड ये बी, दिस इज एक्स. तो यही जो एग्जाम्पल किया है, जस्ट इसके ऊपर ही एक एक्सियली पेपर में क्वेश्चन आए थे. लेट मी सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन. सो सी, दिस इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ migratory insertion, and let us solve this. The first one, SnCl2. ठीक है, so SnCl2 is the migratory ligand. ठीक है, and this is getting inserted within this bond. So if you do this, you will find out, this is an example of insertion, migratory insertion. ठीक है, so you have this SnCl2 जो मैंने कहा था AB2, so this will get inserted within this metal-metal bond, and this will result in the formation of CO, and this is the migratory ligand. This will get inserted resulting in the formation of this product. This is an example of insertion reaction. And over here you have this, now the next is, you see, this is so important. One minute, students. And what about this? Let us now study the second example. This one was our A, and now we are going to study with the B. Okay, so this is an example of my metathesis. This is an example of the metathesis. Where you can see that over here nothing but the exchange of partners will take place. ठीक है, you have SN Me twice, Cl and Cl, and then you have the 2 Na ReCO5. Clearly you can see nothing but the NaCl जो है, they are getting exchanged among themselves. 2 Na है, मतलब this, so they're resulting in the formation of 2 NaCl. This exchange of partners will take place, and this section will get exchanged with this one, and you are having 2. That is why what will happen, यहाँ पे middle में you are having SN Me and Me. So you have taken this in 2 moles, and therefore you have ReCO5. So this is an example of metathesis. Over here you can see the exchange of partners is taking place. Therefore the answer is A. The first one is an example of insertion, that's what I explained to you, and the second one is an example of metathesis. So insertion I have already done with you. Now let us move on to the next. They are asking the catalyst which is involved in the carrying of metathesis reaction of 1-butene to give the ethylene and the 3-hexane is. So you must be knowing that I already discussed with you with notes that these are the two catalysts, that is the Grubbs catalyst and the second generation Grubbs catalyst. This is the catalyst I have already discussed, and then next you have another catalyst. These two are involved in the metathesis reactions. And over here they have given this specifically, they have given you the answer is A, that is the Grubbs catalyst. So do remember the second generation Grubbs catalyst as well, because it might come in near future. Okay, now let us discuss with this one example, a possible intermediate. So a possible intermediate, they are saying, involved for the self metathesis reactions in this. So these are the two reactants catalyzed by this. They are asking for the product. So what is going to be the product? Now let us solve this. So this is nearly an example of alkene metathesis. Alkyne, actually alkene metathesis, and this is which actually proceeded the same mechanism we are going to follow over here. Now let us solve this. So they have given you the example of, okay, they've given you the example of this. So I'm writing in a short form. So this will react with this. Okay, resulting in the formation of the product. Okay, so this will get into the cyclization form. Just a simple cyclization. इसके बाद ये exchanged हो जाते हैं, and that is not given over here. ठीक है, so only this is the intermediate part and the cyclized part. इसके बाद ये exchanged हो जाते हैं, which is not actually given over here. So यहाँ पे उन लोगों ने answers में दिए थे, which is very simple. But in future ये exchanged part भी they can also give. So do study this section. ठीक है, so obviously the answer is going to be this one. Okay, 2. So this is the answer. So this is the, let's end the video over here. I hope you like it. Thank you for watching our video. Thank you.